The Spiral, Chapter 40, The Rendezvous. After such a long time, then only they approached the stone of sacrifice to get the sign. It was obvious that no one had any inkling of the rendezvous except for those in the council of elders. Once a young goat was sacrificed and blood was poured out on the ground, a sign came from the earth. As the earth rumbled, crack appeared in the rock, indicating a symbol of a particular day. It was the same symbol used by the village to mark a particular feast day. Elder Toro and the light bearer agreed that it meant the day was set that the strange wolf would be killed and also the labyrinth would collapse. Thus, whenever they met, they just referred to the rendezvous by that symbol. To the rest, they assumed it was about the preparations of the coming feast. It was only because of the dire situation that they went to the stone of sacrifice. For many years, they had fixed the day and date of the feast for convenience sake. It was a feast of great joy, as everyone's birthday was celebrated together. A great feast featuring one dish, one animal of a kind, and into an earthen pot were stewed the ingredients needed to boost the immune system for everyone. Every family sat together, and the elder would pray over the whole community to the Veiled One. Then silence prevailed as they waited for a sign. It would be a passing star or an eclipse. There was a year when the sign was a sudden appearance of fireflies over the bushes. When they reached the bushes, the fireflies were not to be seen. These signs would be investigated as to whether they concurred with any previous dreams and the meanings behind them. Finally, the elder would reveal the message for the whole community for that year until the next event. As warnings or omens of good things, the community made preparations accordingly. It was called the feast. There was a year the sign required preparations for a year of drought and low harvest yield. Together with skilled workmen, the community built underground storehouses for root vegetables and granary bins on individual poles to deter rodents. Creative ways of preserving produce were devised and tested. That was a year of prolonged drought. Each family had to build large tanks with natural filters to hold water. Based on the previous sign, the council of elders were already forewarned about the wolves. So, that year, they planted more thorn bushes around the village and around each home. Young men and women were already taught the basic skills of defense, and each carried a weapon with them. A very basic defense weapon was a pouch of stinging spice. Older ones were taught attacking skills in face to face combat. Children were given practice drills to run to places of hiding wherever they were. However, Elder Toro knew there had to be more than these preparations for the coming event. Seeds of light were already coming in to more people through the light bearer. With a major onslaught of wolves, seeds of light had to be used. Even then, Elder Toro was warned about shifting lights by the light bearer. They could take the form of children and invade the hiding places for their children.